iScope Media. We bring you the latest political news from across the country. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest updates. Holding physical election rallies is prohibited in Uttar Pradesh and 4 other states going to the polls beginning next month. The Election Commission will review the COVID-19 situation and decide whether to extend the ban on holding physical election rallies beyond January 15th or not. But before the Election Commission banned the physical election rallies last week while announcing the poll schedule and enforcing the model code of conduct, Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav was catching tension for pulling huge crowds to his election rallies. Akhilesh Yadav's claim that the crowds coming to his rallies were a signal that Samajwadi Party would form the next government in Uttar Pradesh. Akhilesh Yadav invoked Lord Krishna to claim that God appears in my dreams every day and tells me that we are going to form the government in Uttar Pradesh. In his rallies, Akhilesh Yadav has repeatedly told his audience that Baba, which was meant by Yogi Adityanath, has failed. His confidence of a comeback in Uttar Pradesh appears to have grown with each passing day. However, past experiences from West Bengal, Bihar and Andhra Pradesh assembly polls may be a dampener of the Akhilesh Yadav's UP aspiration. Well, if we look at the Bengal experience, when West Bengal finished voting in 8 phases, the BJP was woefully short of its own expectations and those of many political observers. The BJP could win only 77 of the 294 seats in the Bengal Assembly. Such massive crowds and PM Modi's exhortations saw the BJP wipe out of the entire opposition, but the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's TMC returned to power in West Bengal with a bigger margin. Now, if we take Tejasvi example from Bihar, earlier the Bihar Assembly elections, opposition leader Tejasvi Yadav of the Rashtriya Janata Dal was making headlines for attracting huge crowds to his poll rallies in 2020. Like Akhilesh Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav is a second-generation family politician leading a family-controlled party. In Bihar, Tejasvi Yadav's rally crowds translated into 75 of the 243 seats in the Bihar Assembly, with the RJD-led alliance winning 110 seats. Of these, 29 came from the left front parties, once strong rivals of the RJD. The Congress won 19, the RJD however emerged a single largest party, winning one more seat than the BJP, the leader of the ruling alliance. Well, now if we see the Andhra Pradesh, which saw it twice. Similarly, in 2019 Andhra Pradesh Assembly election, actor turned politician Pawan Kalyan attracted huge crowds, but his Jana Sena party massively flopped in its electoral debut. While crowds at his rallies made political analysts declare him a kingmaker in Andhra Pradesh politics, Pawan Kalyan's charisma could fetch just one of the 175 seats for the JSP in the assembly elections. Well, now if we come back to the Uttar Pradesh, in Akhilesh Yadav's case, a lot of crowds seem to be influenced by those present on the stage of the rallies he addresses. Akhilesh Yadav has allied with smaller parties in Uttar Pradesh and has been conscious about keeping his election rally stage packed with local leaders. This explains attendance in his rallies, but loyalties of the crowd may change after the ticket distribution. In contrast, the Bahujan Samaj Party, whose election campaign has been low-key, has seen consistent crowds who come to hear party chief Mayawati or her representative Satish Chandra Mishra. This has been a trend in Uttar Pradesh. This also explains why Mayawati's party has largely maintained its around 20% vote share in the successive elections. Akhilesh Yadav is likely to continue claiming victory before the voters cast their votes in Uttar Pradesh. But the examples from Andhra Pradesh to West Bengal and more specifically neighboring Bihar may be a signal that crowds don't actually translate into votes in the assembly elections. Well, now stay with us. We shall bring you all the latest updates on this. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScope Media.